Today's show is brought to you by GoDaddy. Buy your own domain name, build your site, or use any of GoDaddy's business tools and save 30%. Just go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. That's trygodaddy.com/HWT. Hey there, and welcome to Hey, We're Talking, the show that puts you in the driver's seat. Not real, not at all.
Wait, doesn't somebody already have that entrance to theirs?
I don't know.
Their show?
I don't think so. I'm sure someone at some point in time has said that.
Probably.
But no, I don't know of the show that says that.
And you almost didn't sing that time. It was kind of like, hell! You know, you like...
I did not say hell, Dad. I did not.
You said, hey! You know,
Yeah.
You kind of sang for like half a syllable.
Yeah. Syllable.
Just so you guys know, Skype is going crazy today.
Yeah.
Derek just froze there. I've
I
been
know.
knocked off a couple times.
know.
I don't know what's going on.
It's ridiculous. Skype, get your crap together, for real. Seriously?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if somebody created a platform that actually worked for this stuff, I would, okay, I'm going to break a rule here, and I'm just going to say this. I would pay for it. If it worked right, I would pay for
Right.
it.
No, I
Stupid
would.
Skype with your free service that you didn't have to, that you're just giving away for free.
I'm serious, though. I'm just like, seriously? I'm just so tired of this, like, breaking down in the middle of a show stuff. It's so stupid. Okay, now that we cried and whined about our free service that we use.
And there's kids in Africa that
Yeah.
are crying because they don't have food, and we're worried about
Exactly. What a bunch of jerks.
Guys, did you know that Africa is the most natural resource-rich continent on the face of the earth?
Yes, it's just full of people that are criminals and use the people that are in charge of getting the stuff to the people are evil, evil people. That's why they don't have what they need. Boom.
Warlords.
You just got schooled.
I just miss the rains down there.
Down in Africa? Me too.
I
I really do. Have you guys ever seen the video for that?
The rains
no.
down in Africa? No.
Yeah, by Toto. Go
Yeah.
watch the video. It is the most cheesy. It is so unreal. It is. I've watched it hundreds of times with my son.
You
It's
guys
such a-
are so weird.
It's such a horrible video. It's bad.
Your son has a special type of humor, just like you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You chip off the old block.
We laugh together about a lot of things. It's good.
Although I will say, when you guys visited that one time, he tried to make me watch this thing where this guy, he just takes stuff and destroys it and like throws milk on it and puts it in the toilet. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Do you know what I'm talking about? That one was dumb.
Yeah.
There's other stuff that he's shown me that's funny, but that one I was just like, and the guy has like millions of views.
Oh yeah.
Millions.
Just destroying a perfectly good.
He just takes
Xbox
like a
One,
he just takes an
destroy it.
Xbox and like goes and puts his feet on it and puts pudding in it and stuff, and you're just like, what is the point of this?
I don't
Idiots.
know, but he's made a lot of money doing it.
Ugh. But although now YouTube probably demonetized him for violence against video games.
Defacing things.
Derek is like in deep. I don't know, what are you researching or something? What's going on?
Oh,
He's like staring at his screen. The colors are changing on his face. He's not just
Hey,
blue.
It's in-show prep, man. I'm
Okay.
on my computer too, just making sure I have all my goodies, my list.
You
Right
better
here.
be careful with your computer. Who knows what will happen
was-
when you press any buttons?
I
I know.
was searching for Vegas trips.
He's like trying to plan his next vacation instead of being part of the show. Way to go, Derek.
I want to be a part of the show because, well, this is the
banter in the
mindless-
beginning, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the mindless pre-time before we
The
actually
pre-time.
get into the.
Pre-time, I like that.
Now we're ready to get into the time. We're ready to get into.
Oh, it's time.
the
It's
subject.
time, everybody. Here
What
we
is
go.
the subject, Bob?
Bob, what is
The
it?
subject is we want to talk about guy roles. Some of them are unspoken. Some of them are spoken, but we want to talk about guy roles. Most females won't get this, especially considering
Some
the fact
guys
that
won't get this.
Some guys won't get it, but females, I mean, they take another woman to them to the bathroom. Guys don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
You don't ask your guy friend, "Hey, want to go pee with me?"
Unless you're
See,
going to
you
do
don't-
some type of illegal drug in the bathroom with them.
So I will throw out the first one that we mentioned 2 weeks ago or whatever on the show, and then that'll kind of get the conversation rolling here.
Okay.
So you walk into the washroom. There's 3 urinals. Which one do you take? You don't take the middle one. That's the rule. You don't go for the middle one.
The first thing
So-
is you don't say washroom.
Restroom, washroom, lavatory,
Bathroom.
bathroom.
The
Well,
crapper.
there's no bath
El
in
baño.
every restroom.
The facilities.
Yeah.
My dad
Alright, you
calls
go to-
my dad calls it the library because you read
Okay,
in
you
there.
go to the dump house, and the rule is don't take that middle urinal. Take a
No.
left
Yes.
or a right. So
Yes.
I've been standing at the left urinal, and I've had somebody come in, and they go to the middle one, right next to me.
Why?
That's against the rules.
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
know.
It's against the rules.
So again, what do you do if the 2 side ones or the left and the right one are taken and the middle one's open, but the first stall is open? You go take the first stall. You leave that buffer. You leave that space between everybody. So that
I don't know. I'm not gonna go to a stall if there's an open urinal. I'm sorry,
well,
guy.
No, I'm going to the stall for
The-
sure. If there's not an
Everybody's
open
different,
urinal,
but-
go to the stall.
the rule is though, you don't take the middle one. You don't jump right next to the person next to you.
No.
You take care of everything else first. So that's
Agreed.
really what,
It's
what
very-
this whole show is going to be about.
That's
things
very
like that.
similar to if you go to a movie with your buddy and it's not a packed theater, there's always a seat in between. You don't sit right next to each other at the movie theater.
No, you leave a space. And
You
that's
got to
where
be
you
able
put
to
your
man
jackets.
spread. You want to
That's where
man
you,
spread. You want to feel comfortable. You put the popcorn maybe in the seat next
Yeah,
to you.
the shared bucket of popcorn that you.
No,
share.
I don't. You don't share with your friend. You don't share with your buddy a popcorn, do you? Is that okay?
No, I don't think so.
What are you going to share a Diet Coke too?
Well, first of all, I don't know when the last time I went to a movie with another man who was not my son or my dad, But even with my dad, I think we set a space apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your dad's old school. He knows. You don't sit next to each other. You're not supposed to love each other in public.
Or did we? Did we sit next to each other? I don't know.
Maybe
I'll have
you
to
did.
call him.
Did he put his arm around you during the show?
We hug each other a lot, so we probably did.
Yeah, I'm okay with the hug, but I mean, during the show, did he have his arm around you?
No.
Okay. I used to go to the movies with this guy back in the day all the time, and we always had the seat in between. Always.
Yeah.
I think you got to do that. I mean, again, it's not like, I know people are like, oh, pigs. What do they think because they sit next to a man that they're gay? No, that's not what we were thinking. It's just a man thing.
No, it's a guy thing.
Yeah.
And most females don't understand it.
It's the code.
It's not like we
You
think
don't-
we're going to get cooties. It's just, you just don't do it. That's
Right.
it.
You don't ask a guy friend to go to the bathroom with you either.
You don't go to a city to go to some kind of event and sleep in the same bed with a guy.
No. Not at all.
Inside
No,
joke
they don't.
alert. Inside joke alert. That's funny because actually at a couple of these pipe shows, I can remember people talking about sharing beds. And I was like, man.
I mean, you could share a room.
No, there were people that
But
shared
not a bed.
beds. And I was just kind of like, man, that's a tough one.
Speaking of that,
That's a long
will be
night of
going.
sleep right there.
I'm going to Chicago this next year. I'm
Oh,
gonna go
now
to
you're
Chicago.
gonna?
Yeah, I am. I didn't tell you. I thought I did.
No.
I'm gonna.
I
go
mean,
to the
you only
Chicago
talk with
Pipe
us
Show.
almost every day, but no, you didn't tell us you were going to Chicago.
I'm gonna go to the Chicago Pipe Show in 2018. What do you think of that, Bob?
Well, I think you're going to have to sit right here, and I will put my arm around you and make sure we're smashed up against each
We're
other.
gonna go-
Two men and one mic.
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go to the urinal together. We're gonna stand at the same urinal.
So now that I know that, that means I have to
process.
go. I have to be there so that we can do some shows from Chicago. That's exciting.
You mean Chicago?
Chicago.
So here's the deal. That'll be in April, May.
Uh-huh.
I will move this room around. And we could actually set it up with 3 chairs, the microphone.
I'll bring my
everything.
board and mic, and we'll have everything we need.
We could do it all right here along this wall. I just have to move my drum set.
And that'll be, and I think Bob will still be riding high after meeting Dave Grohl, and it'll be pretty fun. Maybe you could get Dave on the show then.
I've tweeted like 33 tweets trying to.
Do you know that he hosted Jimmy Kimmel Live on Halloween?
No.
Isn't that crazy? You have to look that up. He hosted a Halloween show of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Why? I have no idea.
Just because he can.
Exactly.
Let's
I'm Jimmy
get Corey
Kimmel.
Feldman on first, then we'll get Dave Grohl.
Dude, I'm telling you, we're going to get Feldman. All right. So let's talk about some more unwritten guy codes.
Never touch another man's drum set.
Why are you sweating? I was watching Cops. That's from Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, yeah, but yeah, that's
Will Ferrell touches his drum
Don't
set.
rub your ghoulies on somebody's either.
Bob's a drummer. One of my little brothers is a drummer. They get a little weird if you.
Well, you can ask.
Yeah, if you ask.
But don't assume.
Sure.
Don't make
but
assumptions.
don't just walk in there and start playing it.
Listen, I don't even know if that's just drums. Let's be real. Do you like people coming in and pawing your stuff? Don't touch my stuff. Ask me first.
Yes.
Then you can touch away.
Yep, you have to ask permission. That's a rule too.
Yeah, when people
here, speaking of asking permission, if you go to the fridge and there's 1 beer left, you've got to ask permission to take that beer. You can't just grab it and not my problem. No, you've got to ask permission to grab that last beer.
Well,
hey man, you only got 1 beer left. You mind if I take it? Yeah, sure.
Well, first of all, why are you showing up to somebody's house without a case of beer?
And that's the next thing. Okay, here's the other one. The beer you bring stays.
Yes. I have had people take their beer back, and I'm like, man, that's rough. You came to my house to have an event to have fun, and you took your beer home.
Right.
How
the
dare
only
you.
time I take my beer home, which this is part of the rule here, the loophole, is I drink craft beer, and if I bring my beer to a house that doesn't drink it, then I will take it because they're not going to drink it.
I mean, if you bring Corona or Bud Light, you leave it.
Yeah, it stays. You have to leave that beer at somebody's house.
Scott, is that beer I brought still there?
No, you took it.
Did I take it?
Yeah, you took it. Remember, your brothers were all excited they were going to have it on the van. You brought it home with you. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice,
Oops.
Derek.
The beer I bought, you mean?
Oh.
Whoa! I sent it with you because I didn't like it. It
That's
did taste good. Anyway, yeah, I think you got to bring your own beer or at least offer. Usually, as long as somebody offers, I don't mind. Because I don't mind getting it. But at least offer.
Right.
Don't just come over and be like, hey, I'll take all that beer you've got. No, don't do that. I always like to hear the offer at least.
What about that last slice of pizza?
Yeah, that one's another you should ask. But the truth is, let's be real. Unless you're just a real jerk, you just go, yeah, go ahead, have it.
Unless it's a triangle piece, you cut that triangle in half, and now there's 2 pieces.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, so here's another one. If you're going to a friend's house to play video games, whoever owns the console is always first player.
Okay.
That
hasn't come up in my experience.
That is a good one. That is a good one because, and again, this is like very childish and selfish, but you get the good controller too since it's your house.
Right.
They get the one that has clicks in it and stuff like that and has little malfunctions. That's just the price of coming over to the other guy's house to play video games. Speaking of video games, go check out gameflyoffer.com/HWT. How about the show? Keep the ship afloat, as Adam Carolla would say. Keep the pirate ship going. Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. Get your free 30-day trial. And listen, it's fun. You'll enjoy it. You could actually bring one of your games to somebody's house and say you want the good controller because you brought the game over. What do you think about that? Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. When we come back, we're going to give you guys some more man code violations.
Fast, simple, and affordable. That's what registering your domain name with GoDaddy will be. Fast, simple, affordable. And if you listen to this show, Hey, We're Talking, you know you're getting a discount, 30% off if you go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. Again, 30% off. All you have to do is go to trygodaddy.com/HWT for 30% off your domain name and other business services provided by GoDaddy. Hey everybody, it's Scott from Hey, We're Talking. You've heard us talk about Gamefly.com before. The basics are this. They've got over 8,000 titles for every gaming platform you can think of, and they're giving you a 30-day free trial. That's right, 30-day free trial for you, the listeners of Hey, We're Talking. You want to play video games? You want to be a champ at video games? Go to Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. That's Gameflyoffer.com/HWT for your 30-day free trial. We are back, and I brought something up in the break, and we want to hit this right out of the gates because we were talking about video games. When I've had kids come over, like friends brought their kids with them, and then we were like, hey, they want to play, because they know I play video games sometimes.
Right.
They're like,
I am glad you framed that, by the way.
Yes,
Scott.
like I have children to the house. No, when friends have had their kids over and they'll know that I play Madden or something like that, they're like, can we play a game? And then the parents are like, okay. So I'll play a game of Madden with them. And the children will routinely want to break the first video game code, which is they want to be the best controller and the first person. And I'm like, no, this is my house. No, the other thing, though, is...
Yeah, how dare you enjoy yourself?
The other thing is the parents of this one particular child, well, the father told me, don't let him win. No. And I was like, I felt kind of bad. I was like, because you know how kids act when they lose? They're little brats. They get upset. Right. So he would get very furious because I would just literally just whip him bad, especially on hockey. I would just kill him. So he would get very upset, and he would throw my controller, and I was like, are you insane? And his dad would be like, don't. Or here's the other thing. When kids do that rage quit thing, they'll try and turn off the system like during the game, and his dad was like, nope, you get in there and finish the game.
Oh, yeah.
Finish it. And I was like, man, that's a good dad right there. Make him finish. Don't let him get away with that. I'm quitting crap.
Don't be a quitter.
Yeah,
there's no participation trophies.
Well, there are actually, but we don't want there to be. Go ahead.
And that's a great guy rule. You know, it's like you don't let up on other guys. You don't go easy on anybody in a competition. Maybe if it's a lady, sure. Make it fun.
But
make it fun.
Caveat.
Lady, but for the guy,
you don't have to beat him to a pulp and be a jerk about it, though. If you're whipping some guy publicly, you don't have to whip him extra just to make him look even more stupid. Do you disagree?
No, you do it with some class.
Yeah, be classy. You don't have to be like, oh man, am I kicking this guy's butt? And keep talking about it.
You don't need to throw a 80-yard touchdown pass when you got 3 seconds left in the game and you're up.
Just because you can. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
this isn't college football, guys. You don't have to run up the score.
Well, if you do that, be like, oh, I tried to run it. I don't know what happened. Man, that was a great pass, though.
Yeah, I mean, it teaches, especially with kids. It teaches kids to lose with a little bit of grace, and it trains them to be better. It's like that with any game, whether it be like chess, checkers, cornhole, video games, baseball, frisbee. Any of that stuff. I don't know how you compete with frisbee. I don't even know why I said that.
Well, maybe frisbee golf. Yeah.
I was just naming off stuff that I would do with my kid.
Really into those southern Texas or western Texas frisbee throwing competitions.
You know what, though? This is a very poignant topic. This is a big deal. We've got a lot of young men who are being taught to be not men in our society. And that doesn't mean you have to be a pig. It means there's certain things you got to learn as a man. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that weenie. That's the best word I can come up with. You don't want to be a weenie. Learn to be a respectful, confident male. And don't let people tell you that's a bad thing, because it's not.
All right, I've got another one.
Go ahead.
So this one, we truly, truly don't talk about it, but it's so real. And I now I think about it a lot. If we see a guy that we know, we give him a head nod up. What's up? If it's somebody we don't know, but we're saying, hey, you're a man, I'm a man, you go down with your head. That's another one that just popped in my head just because I'm like, yeah, that happens a lot. So it's up for somebody you know, hey, what's up? And it's down for somebody you don't know.
Hey, what's up?
I
don't know if I follow. I don't know if I follow that one, but I can see it happening. Yes.
Now you're going to realize it though. Now that I've brought it up, you'll be like, yeah, that is.
It just happened. It just happened in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David was at a. Did you say what's that? Who said that?
Yeah, I did.
What is wrong with you people? Curb Your Enthusiasm is a hilarious show.
People.
Okay, Larry David, co-creator of Seinfeld. Okay, has a show on HBO. Oh, son of a. On HBO. Anyway, I'm not going to explain the whole show. Let me just tell you what happened on the show. Larry David is a neurotic guy, has a lot of issues in his life. His therapist, shut up. His therapist they're at a funeral, and he gives the head nod to his therapist, like a hi, like, hey, but he goes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he knows him.
Yeah. The therapist goes down to him, even though he knows him. So he goes and approaches him, and he says, I noticed you gave me the head down nod, not the head up, not the, hey, I know you. You gave me the head down, I don't know you. And he goes, no, it was a somber head down. We're at a funeral. He goes, no, but you know me. That doesn't matter. We're at a funeral. It was a respectful nod.
Ooh, yeah.
So
that throws a little something into it. You know, at a funeral, I guess that's the exception.
Yeah, because at a funeral, you don't want to be like, hey.
But everywhere else, I mean, see, so somebody else knows about that.
They do.
That's just a rule.
It is.
What about a grenade?
What about a grenade?
Well, I mean, you guys know what a grenade is, right?
Yeah. Have any of y'all ever thrown a grenade?
No. Derek has.
No.
I have.
What type of grenade are you talking about?
Do what?
Have you ever jumped on a grenade?
No, because he'd be dead.
No.
Or your friend?
Depends on what type of grenade you're talking about.
Okay, so sometimes a grenade is the not so pleasant woman that's hanging out with all of the pleasant women.
No. I've only really been with
rules,
one woman, and it's my wife.
One of the rules that we've always had was if it's three guys and there's three ladies hanging out, and one of them happens to be the one that doesn't want to be around anybody, sometimes a man's got to jump on the grenade. He's got to even
this
though,
sounds so sexist.
No,
I mean,
true.
I don't want to be that PC person, but that's pretty funny.
No, if they're, your two buddies are mingling with these other women.
So are they successful at that time? Like they've got something going with these other two ladies, and your job is basically to stifle the explosion that could happen.
Exactly, because
you just got to go talk to her and kind of keep her out of the room. Well, out of this conversation.
Entertain her, keep her happy. That way, your buddies can,
Well, if she's a grenade, most likely she's not going to be happy no matter what you do. Your job is just to occupy her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've heard a lot of stories where
someone took a grenade.
Somebody took a grenade, but fell in love with them.
Ooh.
So I don't know. That's just one of those.
Took
rules.
a grenade and fell in love with it. Wow.
Yep. That was on my list here. Grenade. See.
I think it's funny that Bob has all these rules and we haven't come up with one yet. Derek, do you have one?
Maybe you guys just aren't men.
I mean, no, I talked about it. I talked about a few, but yeah, it's the a lot of these situations are the etiquette for going out to a bar. The guy code when you go out in a bar. You see a lot of this in shows like How I Met Your Mother and things like that. For me, it doesn't really go like that.
Doesn't resonate
in real
my
life.
Yeah.
It doesn't really go like that in real life, and it might for a lot of people. But I've never really been like a go out to the bar with my buddies and look for ladies. It's never that's not been my that hasn't been my jam.
Fun fact though, did you know that not letting your friends watch How I Met Your Mother is part of the guy code? Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, I don't know that one. So let's say you are going out with some of your buddies. The shotgun rule always applies.
Oh my gosh, Bob, these are so silly.
No, they're not.
What is the shotgun rule?
Shotgun. You get
in the front. Oh, that.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be some mysterious thing, but you're just talking about front seat passenger side.
Shotgun rule. If you're going out with your buddies, that applies.
Okay.
That's the rule.
Okay. That's okay. I'll accept that one. What's your next one? What do you got next? Rocket. What is rocket next? What other weapon can we use?
I do shotgun. That's fine.
I don't think I say that because I usually drive.
Yeah, I'm usually driving.
How about I have a question. How about this? Do you know any guys whose wives drive everywhere?
I've seen that a little bit.
I don't know why that's very difficult for me to comprehend.
It's sexist, Scott. That's why.
No, it's not because I think girls aren't good drivers. I'm just wondering what possesses you to go, my wife drives.
Yeah, see, I drive because my wife is a bad driver. So
I don't think my wife is a bad driver. She doesn't drive like me though.
Well, just recently
I drive bad.
Not long ago, my wife was backing out of the driveway when I was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And she was backing out of the driveway and smashed into my daughter's car. And her bumper came off. And
of your daughter's car or her car?
Of my wife's car.
Oh my gosh! What?
Brand new car with
like how hard did she hit this thing?
Pretty hard.
What is she doing? Isn't her car new enough that it even has a backup camera on it, or no?
It does have a backup camera on it.
How the H did you hit a car with a backup camera on?
Because she's a very good driver. That's all.
Women,
so yes, I do drive everywhere.
Women are amazing at many, many things.
Yes.
Perpetuating the species, amazing at. Driving?
Oh, you guys don't say no. That's not true. I don't agree with them only because I don't want all the women to get mad.
Because you let your wife drive everywhere?
My wife never drives. If we're on a long trip, she in the trip, like if I'm driving for 12 hours straight somewhere, she'll say, "You want me to drive for a while?" And I'm like, "No, it's okay."
Well, that's like when we drove down by you. We went from Chicago straight to Charleston, South Carolina.
And she never drove, did she?
She never drove. I drove 16 hours straight.
The one time I let Cheryl drive when we were on a really long trip,
on the way home she drove though. For an hour.
I had a full on, like I had like 104 degree temperature. I got the flu while we were in Michigan, and I was deadly ill. And I let her drive on the way home. And it took so much longer to get home. That's the thing. Cheryl doesn't drive fast. She's not a bad driver. She just she really obeys all the speed limits. And I don't like that. I like to go as fast as I can without getting a ticket.
5 over.
No, I go 7 to 10 over all the time.
Yeah, that's my rule. Just like 5 over.
Jamin told us one time they'll give you 7 to 10.
It's everywhere's different. I'll tell you that. Everywhere is different.
Well, that's because you live in tax-happy, give everybody your money, Illinois.
We've got cops out here that they'll give you a ticket for doing 2 over.
That's ridiculous.
Depending on the town.
Get a life. That's ridiculous.
So another rule: if a guy is engaged in a conversation with a woman,
this is the last one. Go ahead.
If a guy is engaged in a conversation with a woman, you don't interrupt.
Yeah.
You don't go piggyback off of that. You don't date somebody's ex.
No, that's a good one.
I mean, that's you just stay away from all that.
Unless you're just like, you go ahead and have that crazy lady. She's all yours. That's the only way.
But as a friend, you have to protect him from that.
No, but if he says, "Hey, I kind of like her. I'd like to have a shot with her," and you go, "That's on you, buddy. I told you what a nutcase she is, but if you want her, go ahead." You warn him. You can warn him, but if he decides he's going to go for it, that's on him. And then when he comes to you, like after they've been dating for like 8 months, and it's like, man, this chick is crazy. You go,
Told you, bro.
don't tell me about it. I already knew.
That's true. That's happened too a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That I didn't make that up. That's some real stuff right there. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Anyway. All right.
Real stuff right there.
Girl, I'm about to tell you. There you go.
I looked her dead in her eyes, and I said,
Exactly.
We'll just leave that be.
That's exactly what it was. All right. Oh man, we're having so much fun.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
Find us on YouTube. Subscribe. Share all of our stuff. Listen to us on Coyote Country Radio.
Buy our t-shirts.
Yeah, Teespring link
Get some
below. Buy our
coffee
shirt,
mugs.
please. Support the show. We kind of need that because our payment for Podbean's coming up in like 15 days. So
Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. Try GoDaddy.com/HWT. Go support the people who support us. And then that helps. Well, you're not giving us money technically. The people that they go support give us the money. But yes, go check them out. It would help. Again, we're not trying to make our livelihood off of this. We're just trying to keep the ship afloat.
Yep, just try to support the show because there are costs involved in everything we do.
But if you do need like a tax write-off, though you can't write it off on your taxes, you could give us $1 million if you so choose. We would take it and we would use it wisely. We would pay ourselves a modest income,
and we would all be in the same place, recording together, and it'd be a lot better.
We'd have to, but the problem is Derek would not move and you would not move. So where's the studio?
I'll move.
See, Derek wants it. See, do you see that Derek immediately said where he lives is where the studio is?
You know what? You give me $1 million.
That's true. If I had the right amount of money,
all my debt,
I guess I could live in that
find a new job.
Desolate area that he lives in.
I don't know.
Tumbleweeds.
Give me $1 million. I might pop over to.
Is this $1 million per? Or now we've upped it to like $3 million. All right, listen. Before we get out of control here, let's wrap up the show. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate you, guys and gals. And if you have anything that you need to say to these two men who said bad things about women drivers, please email us.
Put your guy rules in the comments.
Prove me wrong.